stand by. It's time. About to blow up like a landmine. Stand by.
What is up, 4D fam, and welcome back to another Motivation Monday. And guys, as you see up here at the top, we got our title for today. We're going to be talking about commitment, and not only just commitment, but lack of commitment. And as you can see, I got the commitment equal consistency equals commitment, just in case some of y'all didn't know how to put that backwards and put two and two when it comes to an equal sign. Hey, I made sure I just showed you up here. But before we get into this, y'all know what to do. For those watching, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. For those listening, make sure y'all share and spread the podcast, because hey, it's here, it's now. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in and just using these jewels to motivate you to get your week started, because we know how important it is to start our week, because we want to start strong and finish strong. Like Monday is that day where we should be motivated to get our week going and to make the best of our week. Like Monday is that week starter. Monday shouldn't be a day that we dread. It shouldn't have to be, but sometimes it's like that. Why? Because most of us are going to places that we don't want to go, but we have to go in order to make a living. But jumping into this commitment, lack of commitment, and it came to me, this topic came to me because I was listening to like different speakers and they were talking about commitment, and I was listening to TD Jakes. He had a whole sermon on commitment and just what it takes to really make it and succeed in life. And most people think you can skip those things. Like you can skip the tear, you can skip the sweat, the hard work. Like you cannot skip the grind, especially when it's something that you really want to achieve out of life. The grind includes Friday. The grind, it cannot be skipped. And what stuck out to me was he was just talking to his audience, talking to the people at his church, and he was just like, you'll be surprised how many more people that are in the audience, sitting in the audience, can really sing and can really get up. Because he was making a reference to like the choir. He was like, you'll be surprised how many people out there can sing, but they'll rather hate on the people that's up here singing because of their lack of commitment. And it made sense, because it's a lot of people sitting on their gifts. It's a lot of people burying their gifts due to lack of commitment. And y'all know I always got to throw myself, because there was a time that I lacked consistency. And when you lack, and obviously as you see up here, you lack consistency, you lack commitment, because consistency equals commitment. How can you be consistent if you're not committed? Then how can you be committed if you're not consistent? Like they go together. And that's what I had to think about, because I'm like, man, all those times that I wasn't consistent was really me not being committed. Because when you're committed to something, guess what? There's going to come those days that you're doing what you really don't want to do, but you're doing what you have to do in order to make it work out for you. And when me making content, being a content creator, making videos and all those things, like it came to a point where I'll get up super early, because I knew waking up early was the best time for me to get a lot done, anything done. Even when it came to writing my books, I knew that if I just got up early, I can get it done. I can get a whole lot done. Didn't expect it. And what happened? I did that. But then there came some days where I was just super drained. I was super tired. Why? Because I just kept doing, and I wasn't making out a schedule. I wasn't planning it out right, because I'm thinking, like most times we think, oh, just do it every day. In some cases you can do it every day, but you don't want to overload yourself and overdo a lot of things and just tire yourself out so fast. Like you really got to be conditioned. I talked to somebody about this. Like you really got to be conditioned to be consistent. You got to be conditioned to be consistent, because most times, like I've been making videos for a long time, and usually I'll make one, then I won't make another for another 2-3 days or another week or so. But then when I start doing a new thing on YouTube, like I was waking up early in the morning just to do one just to do one. And I was super, super tired. Like I was exhausted. And then I had a project, I had a thing that I had to do now, which was I had to make 325 videos for the month of December for the first 25 days. And what happened that conditioned me to be consistent, because now when I wake up and make videos, it's no problem. It's no problem at all. I'm more conditioned now. I can do it. And that's what I think about when it comes to us. Like in the beginning, it's going to be tough. In the beginning, it's going to be hard, but you got to condition yourself to the point that it becomes part of your routine. And most of part of our routine becomes complaint. Most part of our routine becomes, throwing in a towel. That becomes a part of your routine, and people don't realize this. Like you can start a new thing and get that new opportunity, but what's going to happen once it starts getting hard? What's going to happen when things start getting tough? That's when that routine of throwing in the towel, quitting, all those things start to appear. Why? Because you haven't been committed. Like when you really want something, you got to be committed, not just when things are going good. You got to be committed when things are going bad, because there was a lot of days, a lot of times where things were going bad, but I still had to wake up early just to make some videos. Still had to wake up early to do what I need to do necessary. Like even right now, I wake up early to go to the gym. And the toughest thing wasn't even going to the gym or being at the gym lifting weight. The toughest thing was getting up early in the morning. That was the toughest thing. And I told y'all before, life is a blessing. Life is a blessing, and we struggle to get up. We struggle to get up and get our day started. Like we have to take a look at our day and really wake up with a new perspective. Like it's not that, oh, I got to get up. You got to have that perspective and thinking, I'm blessed to be able to open my eyes to see another day. That's why we can't go out here and have no complaints. We got to be committed to what we said that we were going to do, be committed to what we want out of life, because it can happen and it will come. And I also like consistency brings results, like consistency, commitment, and results. Consistency, commitment, result. Consistency, commitment, results. Like y'all gotta say it with me. Commitment, consistency, results. They all three go together, and that's what can happen for you. But you cannot allow yourself to complain about seeing a day that somebody did not get to see today. You can't allow that, because that can step in the way of your greatness. That can step in the way of things that you need to get done and that you want to achieve out of life. So that's why you got to make sure that you're working hard, doing what you need to do to stay committed, because that lack of commitment is what's killing you. That lack of commitment is what's stopping you. It's not that, oh, you got to, like, there's some days, like, if I got too tired of different things like that, okay, that's different, but I shouldn't just stop. I should just schedule out my day better. I should just plan out things better. But you start seeing if you're really committed to that thing once you start doing it when things get tough. But I just had to share that with y'all, because that commitment is serious. That commitment is serious, super, super serious, because it's a part of you being consistent. Like, hey, I don't know how else other to put it, other than you got to stay committed in order to be consistent, and you got to stay consistent in order to be committed. Because if you're committed, you're going to really want that. Guess what? You're going to do what's necessary. You're going to do what's required of you to do that. Especially in life, if you want more, you got to do more. If you want things out of life, especially like the nice thing, the biggest thing, you're going to have to do a whole lot more, because too much is required, much is given, So that's what you got to do. Too much is given, much is required. So the more you get, the more you got to do to receive it. But guys, that's all I have for this video. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if you're watching, hit that subscribe button. And then, like I said, on the podcast, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and leave it a 5-star rating, because it's your boy. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. But hey, stay committed out there. Stay consistent. Like, ask yourself, what can I do to stay committed? Because sometimes you got to build that passionate thing, because you can build that passionate thing. And I'm going to talk about that in the next episode, actually talking about your passion and your purpose, because that purpose is going to the purpose is gonna stay the same, but your passion can change because we can be passionate about different things, but that purpose is gonna remain the same. So y'all stay tuned for that. But all in all, hey, stay committed, stay consistent. Tell somebody today, stay committed, stay consistent. Hey, and y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.